It's the I Can't Mom Today podcast with Heather, the new mom, and Vera, the seasoned mom. I Can't Mom Today.
Hey, this is Vera and Heather back again with another episode of I Can't Mom Today podcast.
Just added a few extra syllables in there.
Yeah, I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
Obviously. And Halloween's this week, so.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think we were pretty on cue there.
Yeah, that was fabulous.
Today, we're going to talk about mental health days, which clearly both of us need.
Yes, right. We haven't had enough, apparently.
Yes.
Well, no, because this happened. I thought of this because actually,
toot. Vera has an idea.
I had an idea. Right. And actually, and I let Luke take another mental health day today, because
the year.
Yep, the second one, and I let him take. I think it's the second one. But, since he's in high school and he can drive, like he literally called me the other day or texted me and he said, "Mom, I'm not feeling good. Can I come home?" And I was like, yeah, that's fine. It was like the very beginning of the day. So, well, sure enough, his school, and that's the way it's been all his whole school life. And I don't know how it is in other counties or states or whatever. Well, I know I'll give you some information about some other states, but if I don't have a doctor's note, like even if I write a note saying Lucas had a migraine or Lucas wasn't feeling well, it's not acceptable. They don't consider that an excused absence.
Oh, but you can have 10 unexcused absences a year though, right?
Well, I know you can have a certain amount, but they basically harass you, like if you don't have a doctor's note. Like I got a call from the school. The attendant, because he had a test in one of his classes. And so I guess the teacher got something up his butt because he was like, all these kids missed my class today. And I think it's because I had a test. Well, Lucas has an A in that class, so if you were failing,
because he's skipping class to take it later, obviously.
Yeah, well, yeah. That wasn't
so
what
he has more time
doing.
To study. I get it.
Right. But he does, he already had a good grade in that class and he hardly ever asks to stay home or whatever. Because there have been days where I'm like, "You're tired, dude. Do you want to stay home?" And he's like, "No, I'd rather go because it's too much work to miss it and then have to make it up or whatever."
Yeah.
So, and that's the way I used to be when I was in high school too, and in middle school. And so anyway, I got frustrated, and I have been frustrated with the fact that the schools here, at least, like you can't let your kid take basically a mental health day. Like they're just a little tired, they feel a little run down, they just need a break. And it's frustrating. I even talked to a child counselor that I know, and I was expressing this to her, and she said, yeah, she's like, I think it's terrible. I think that if a parent doesn't have to work one day or something and they can take their kid out for an ice cream cone and go to the park, if the kid's doing okay in school, why can't you do that? Just spend some time with your kid and just you guys relax for a day. So I found this article from parents.com. Of course, I'm a little biased, so I was looking for one that said why it's okay to give your kid a mental health day.
Of course you did.
But this is on parents.com. And first of all, according to the experts that they cited, they say mental health should be treated more like physical health. Kids should be able to say they're struggling and take a day to recover. Now, of course, a little kid, like even, like an 8 or a 10-year-old, not bigger age, but an 8 or a 10-year-old might not be eloquent enough to say they're feeling stressed out or anxious. But again, your kid. And if they're saying they're tired and they're not constantly trying to ditch school, maybe and you can swing it because of work, obviously. I know sometimes it's a little difficult if you have to work that day, but just let the kid take a day off, for goodness sakes. And that's what the experts in this article say, is that it's okay, because sometimes kids have, especially nowadays, kids have so many more pressures than we did.
Yeah.
I mean, social media and of course the school shootings, and there's just
even
so much
what they're learning. Because I feel like everything is so much younger. Like kindergarten, they are expected to know letters and numbers, and no, they shouldn't, but that was an expectation for first grade.
So yeah.
To have
they're
it
under a lot of more pressure, I think.
Yeah. And I think they're learning so much more so much earlier, and
Yes.
taking a lot of art and physical activity and music out of schools.
I know, which is kind of a de-stressor when you think about it. So apparently in Oregon, they passed a law that gives students up to 5 mental health days in 3 months, which is pretty good.
That's a lot, I feel like.
I know, that is kind of a lot. Then Utah, also, they broaden the definition of an excused absence to include illnesses which may be mental or physical. Well, apparently in Utah, they let parents actually write notes that make it an excused absence.
Yeah.
Not like here in Tallahassee.
I think that's probably just some schools too.
Yeah. Well, what I've found out too, one of the issues here is that the schools get rated. I guess that the principals get rated and stuff on how many absences. Yeah, the kids have. I mean, again, there's a few absences here and there, and then there's excessive. So, anyway, so as a parent, when you're thinking about mental health days, they say that you should be conscious of like big assignments or tests that might be approaching in your kid's schedule. So, those are stressful, but you can approach those things with your kid and say, okay, well, I know you have a big test coming up next week, so let's make sure that we get you on a study schedule for that or whatever, so that they're not tempted to take a quote mental health day on the day of the test. Yeah. But also so that alleviates some of their stress about it. And then it says, literally, just like taking a sick day, parents need to monitor, spend time, and talk with their child. Creating or strengthening a connection is important. There has to be a balance between fun and focusing on a solution. And they say also, if you let your kid take a mental health day, encourage them to step away from their devices and social media so that, again, they're away from those stressors. They're not looking at what somebody's posting on their Instagram or whatever. And maybe even encourage an entirely unplugged day. So where your kids, children and teens spend time without their screens and electronics and engage them in other calming activities. Now, I feel very proud of myself because I let Luke take a mental health day today, partly because, and he asked me yesterday, because a lot of kids were taking the PSAT, which he's already taken. So he's like, Mom, we're really not going to be doing anything in any of my classes. And so I was like, okay, again, so as long as his grades are good and he doesn't do this all the time, I'm okay with it.
Sure.
So, but I did say to him, I was like, yeah, and I know some of your friends are probably taking the day off too. I don't need you like leaving here and going to hang out with your friends for the day. That's not what this is about. I was like, I'd like you to get some things done. Like, I'll give you a little money to wash my car. You need to clean out the litter box. Do you have any studying you need to be doing? And he's like, yes, on all those things, and I could just sleep in. I'm like, yeah, you can totally sleep in. Sleep is key. So, so I had him do constructive stuff. So he wasn't just lying around watching TV all day or sitting on his phone all day. He actually did some stuff. So I think that that's a good way of making the best of a mental health day. And two, if you have the ability to take the day off, if you work from home like I do, and you can just spend time with them, have lunch with them, or take them to lunch, take them to Chick-fil-A, or take them to get an ice cream cone. It also says one of the good things to do is to go outside, especially if your kid is stressed out. Like if you can, go outside, go to a park, go to a zoo, enjoy nature, because that can be relaxing because we spend so much time indoors. If your child is struggling from stress, let them know they're not alone. It's okay to be stressed out. Other kids are stressed out. Adults are stressed out. It says to just listen to music and dance with your kid, or let them do it if you don't like to dance.
Yeah.
But just kind of do some things where you can connect with your kid and give them a break.
Yeah.
It's completely healthy. Of course, that's my opinion. But according to the experts on parents.com.
I think also, too, sometimes those experiences can provide different experiences that they're not going to get in a classroom.
True.
But, I don't know. I think we do a lot of things wrong in the country, but we do a lot of things right. And,
yeah.
I feel like we just, for each creation, like we create this technology and now we're trying to combat that technology,
Yeah.
Because we're sitting at desks all the time. And
people sit
at desks before? I guess it had probably get up and go get a piece of paper and write something down, or like sharpen a pencil.
Yeah, right. We don't use pencils anymore, so we don't have to get up and sharpen a pencil.
Go to the phone and dial a number or something.
Yeah. We used our fingers a lot more dialing on those rotary phones.
I was gonna say wind it up.
Wind it up.
Ding, 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 ding. You know,
Well, my mom used to let my sister in high school, who again had very good grades and actually graduated early from high school, but my sister used to stay home every Wednesday.
yeah,
Like-
I don't hate that idea.
I know. And my mother's like, well, as long as you don't get, cited for too many absences and you have good grades, then stay home,
Mm-hmm.
But again, if your child is struggling and their grades are, they're having some issues, or it seems like they're using it as an excuse, or they're not, if it's keeping them from being focused, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
again, your kid. So
I don't think that's a bad idea. I think we should have like 4-day work weeks.
Oh, yeah. I think a 4-day week would totally be amazing.
Yeah. And then you could have, I don't know.
But would you, because I was just thinking, I'm like, having like Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday off is kind of nice, because then the Wednesday's like a nice little
Breaks
break.
it up. Mm-hmm.
But then you're like, yeah, but wouldn't you want all 3 in a row? So then you could like go to the beach for a weekend or something if you wanted to.
Yeah, but if I have that day off in the middle of the week, I feel like it kind of replenishes your energy
True.
for the next 2 days.
Well, and then you can get some stuff done, and then have the weekend you can do all the housekeeping stuff.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively on Wednesday, and then
Mhm.
Saturday and Sunday be your fun days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea. Who do we talk to about this?
I know. How do we position this?
I don't know. Who can we talk to? Write a letter, as my mom used to say. Let's just write a letter.
Because I'm ready. My fingers are ready.
Exactly.
Type.
Yeah, exactly. Start a petition.
All right.
I wonder if
I will.
change.org would agree to that.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. So do you think you'll let Baker take mental health days?
Yeah, for sure. If he came to me, it depends on how he is.
Yeah.
Because if I know, I feel like I'm pretty good at looking through the BS.
Yeah.
But if he needs it, if I feel like he's stressed about something, heck yeah, I don't mind doing that.
Yeah.
Not at all.
For sure. Well, not like I said, I've even said to Luke on some days, like, you look tired. You sure you don't want to stay home?
Mhm.
Or, well, especially since, with migraines and his epilepsy, sleep is really key. If he doesn't get enough sleep, he runs the risk of having a migraine or a seizure. So
Mhm.
it's really important, but it's really important for everybody. Sleep.
Yeah. What is that? What is that?
What is sleep? I know.
Let's do a whole podcast about what's sleep.
What is sleep? Somebody please
Lordy.
remind me. It's so necessary. So
Yeah. If you have any ideas on how to de-stress your children or allow your children to get that stress out besides mental health days, or what's your protocol? Like, do you do like Vera's mom did, let her stay home once a week, or
or do you think this whole mental health day thing is BS and your kids, we were all stressed out and they should just go to school and deal with it?
right, Debbie Downer?
I'm just saying, maybe some people think that they're like, oh God, Vera and her hippie thoughts.
Yeah. No, yeah. No, I totally think that. I think that, trying to think, I think my mom would have probably called BS on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, your mom was more strict than my mom.
Yeah, for sure. I think my dad didn't care. He's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, I could have probably called in every day and he'd be like, whatever.
It's fine.
Take the GD, Heather. I don't care.
But yeah, seriously, share with us your thoughts and ideas and perspectives at our Facebook page, I Can't Mom Today podcast.
And were your parents liberal like Vera's, or ahead of the curve, I guess? Ahead of the trend.
Well, see, my parents refused to buy us Halloween costumes, but they did let us stay home from school. So
So
was a
super
trade-off.
progressive. I feel like they were trendsetters, really, because right now it's like all about upcycling and mental health days. So I feel like they just,
They were before their time.
Trendsetters.
Right.
Nice.
So, yeah.
All right. Until next time, you can reach us at ican'tmomtodaypodcast@gmail.com or
on our YouTube, I Can't Mom Today podcast, YouTube. And you can listen to these podcasts on YouTube as well. If you aren't already.
Yeah, and you can subscribe there as well. You can find us on Google and Apple and a bunch of other random podcasting sites.
Yeah. If we could get enough subscribers on YouTube, maybe somebody would sponsor us.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Love sponsorships.
I know. Well, because then we'd be able to actually get paid to do this.
Or have better quality.
Yeah, right? Then there's that too.
Oh, I kid. Or great quality.
Oh.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Bye.